A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a bold move aimed at tightening gun control, New South Wales Premier Chris Minns has unveiled a series of proposed reforms that could make NSW the state with the strictest gun laws in Australia. This initiative comes in the wake of growing concerns over community safety and rising tensions following the Bondi Beach terror attack. Among the key components of the proposed legislation are a cap on gun ownership, the reclassification of pump-action shotguns, and a ban on inflammatory protests during terrorism investigations. The Premier's announcement follows his attendance at the funeral of Rabbi Eli Schlanger, a poignant reminder of the impact of violence on communities. Minns indicated that the bill, which is still in the drafting stage, aims to address the complexities of gun ownership in a state that has seen a rise in anti-Semitism and community discord. He stated that the proposed cap on firearms ownership would likely be lower than the current limit of 5, which is in place in Western Australia, emphasizing that even 5 firearms is too many. In addition to the cap, the legislation seeks to reclassify certain shotguns, reduce magazine capacities, and ban belt-fed magazines altogether. These measures are designed to limit access to high-capacity firearms and enhance public safety. Minns expressed his belief that any protests following the recent terror incident could exacerbate tensions within the multicultural community, potentially igniting further conflict. My concern is that a mass demonstration in this combustible situation with our multicultural community could light a flame that would be impossible to extinguish, he warned. The proposed reforms would empower the police commissioner to deny protest applications during times of terrorism designation, citing the need to preserve police resources and maintain community harmony. The proposed changes have garnered mixed reactions from various community leaders and political groups. David Ossip, president of the Jewish Board of Deputies, voiced support for the reforms, emphasizing the need to combat anti-Semitism at its roots. He accused pro-Palestine activists of contributing to division and called for urgent measures to address the issue. Conversely, the Palestine Action Group, known for organizing anti-Israel protests, criticized the proposed restrictions as a serious threat to democratic rights in NSW. They argue that limiting protests undermines freedom of expression, a fundamental democratic principle. The Greens Party has also expressed grave concerns about the bill, advocating for the inclusion of a sunset clause to ensure that the measures do not become permanent. Critics of the proposal, including the Council for Civil Liberties, have condemned the government's approach, suggesting that the Premier is conflating legitimate criticism of Israel with anti-Semitism. Timothy Roberts, president of the council, stated that the Premier's attempts to restrict protests may further divide a community already struggling with misinformation and hateful rhetoric. In addition to the protests, the reforms will also address the powers of the NSW Civil and Administrative Tribunal, NCAT, concerning gun license appeals. Currently, police often find their decisions to revoke licenses overturned by the tribunal, which has raised concerns about the effectiveness of law enforcement in controlling gun ownership. Minns indicated that removing NCAT's ability to hear appeals based on police revocation decisions would support police efforts to uphold public safety. Past cases have shown that individuals with questionable backgrounds have successfully appealed against license revocations, raising alarms among law enforcement about the need for stronger measures. For instance, a 2014 case highlighted how a man with ties to organized crime managed to retain his gun license despite police objections. Greens MP Sue Higginson emphasized the need for police to have stronger powers and access to intelligence in determining who should possess firearms. As the Parliament prepares to reconvene next week, there is anticipation surrounding the details of the proposed legislation. While some lawmakers, including NSW opposition leader Kelly Sloan, have expressed willingness to collaborate on the reforms, there is a cautionary tone regarding the potential distraction from the pressing issue of anti-Semitism. The upcoming sessions are expected to include a condolence motion in honor of the victims of recent violence, alongside discussions on the substance of the new gun laws. This proposed suite of reforms reflects a significant shift in the approach to gun control in NSW, aiming to balance community safety with the preservation of civil liberties. As the debate unfolds, the Premier's call for a summer of calm, amidst rising tensions, will be put to the test as various stakeholders weigh in on the implications of these changes for the future of gun ownership and public demonstrations in the state. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.